Welcome back to the channel. You're probably like, this is a homesteading channel. Why are we in a dark basement? Well, we're here today to get organized. So we moved here last year and this room has become kind of a dumping ground for all things overflow from kitchen and crafts. And this is something that's on my to-do list, or has been on my to-do list to do before the growing season. I want this to kind of be like my preservation room. In addition to that, we have a special delivery coming this week and I need to make some counter space for it. So you let me know what you think it is. I need counter space, and the other thing I'm going to do to prepare for it is bake some loaves of bread. So let me know what you think that is. We will certainly be unveiling it on the channel. This space is pretty cool. It is a kitchen. The woman that we bought this home from, I'm probably not going to get the story right, but she was a test cook for Betty Crocker, and she also had a cake business, and this is where she did a lot of that work. So, you know, there's definitely some special memories down here, and we have just kind of overrun it with all different types of things. I store a lot of my pantry goods down here, and you can see, I'm sure if you've watched my other videos, you're familiar with these large buckets full of bulk goods. So we're going to take some time. My priorities are basically get everything organized. I need counter space. I need everything cleaned up to be ready for preserving season. I want to get my craft area. You can't even call that a craft area. There is nowhere to do crafts, but I'm getting married this summer, doing some DIY decorations. I want to make space for that as well. So let's get started. Okay, so this was actually kind of like a rickety, they were using it as like a bar with stools on the other side. We were going to get rid of it, but then we turned it around and we saw these shelves. So awesome use for pantry space, and we kind of just shored it up and made sure it was stable. So I've made a wreck of this place during the pantry challenge, so I think what I'm going to do is try to get all my canned and jarred goods on here, and then our other kind of pantry type shelf, we are going to get the dry goods on there. So let's get organized. Okay, so I've got a lot of the canned goods off of here, so I think what I'm going to leave in here is like anything vinegar, any dried goods, and then hopefully make room. I don't really have room to put all my jars right now, so let's figure this out. If you've ever done keto before, but pork rinds are like a staple to use as like breadcrumbs instead of breadcrumbs. It is the next day. I lost interest pretty fast yesterday, and we went to week 1 of beekeeping, which was super fun. We're taking a novice beekeeping course, 6 weeks. Day 1 was super awesome. It was like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to continue to work here on kind of my canning supplies. So yeah, let's get to it. can tell how uninterested and uninspired I was in this project by how many outfits I had, how many days it took. So we're not the whole way where I'd like to be, but our special delivery is here. So this is going to be good enough. So let's do a quick tour of our basement, kitchen, pantry, and let's get to it. So over here we have a really old oven, and we have a set of cabinets here, and in here I have my canners, my pressure canner, my regular canner. It's really nice to have them easily accessible. My stove upstairs is gas. I really like canning on that, but it's nice to have them right here by the entranceway. Also, when we bought the house upstairs, it was like a double oven, like really old from the 80s. I want to clean that up, restore that, finish that, and bring it back down here so I can have double the oven space. So that should be a project coming up here soon as well. We just kept some of our bulk storage here. I have a stack of 5 of these 5-gallon buckets. It's as good as we can do for now. I do have a cellar that I'm thinking we can use to store canned goods as well, but we're gonna be in here until we really start getting a lot of produce in from the garden. This is our preservation station. So here is where our special project, secret project, is going. I'm sure it'll just be the next video. Really excited for that. We also have the dehydrator over here. I definitely don't make good enough use of that. I have an Excalibur. It's really good. I've pretty much just made like snacks, which don't last long around here, and dog treats. Over here, now I did previously have some canned goods on here, but because we have gone through so many canned goods, kind of repurpose this. So I have a lot of my jars here, some Ziploc bags, lids, jars, pretty much the whole way up. I have some dried goods on here as well, and some of those bulk items, like those big jugs of vinegar on the bottom shelf. So this is kind of our dry goods area as well as our jars. This will not be suitable come preservation season, but we'll get that done. I also made use of this space down below here. I have my roaster in here, which for those of you that can tomatoes, a roaster is like a godsend. We got this installed as well. This is just a the trash can. And then in this corner, I put lots of stuff. I put my food saver, I put my KitchenAid attachments. This is like a really nice, easy kind of cupboard to get to. So those like easily accessible food preservation items are there. Let's see, coming over here, we have that like shelving on the ground. That's going to be for our seedlings, so I'm going to leave that there. The basement, the ground in here the floor is not good. So I'm gonna get through both of these projects, setting up my seedlings, completing our food preservation station over there, and then I'm going to clean the floors. We got all this counter space cleaned off over here. We got the microwave in there, so really just made more efficient use of our space. Now, for those of you that are crafters, how do you store your cricketing and supplies and fabric without it being a mess? I still have big bins of those down there, but we have the sewing machine out, we have the Cricut out. So our craft station at least is a little bit more organized. And then over here, here's the fun stuff, the food preservation. It's kind of sad that it's all condensed to one area, but I think it's awesome through the Pantry Challenge that we've really been able to utilize a lot of that. So these actually, we got big like bushels of corn in these. Our neighbor brought us back corn in these, and we shucked it and froze it. But these are really good for potatoes and onions. In here, these are just a bunch of spices. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I buy a lot of spices from Azure and Trader Joe's, stock up when we can. So we have that in there. And then let's take a look at our shelving here. Let me see if it goes better this way. All right, so we have some store-bought items, just some coffee. Oh, we only have 3 jars of our cowboy candy still left. What else do I have in here? Some peppers, some things that we pickled in here, either peppers or pickles. We have some tuna, this mustard. I made beer mustard. I did not love it, but this cranberry mustard, delicious. We only have a few of those left. Home canned barbecue, home canned relish. We actually made our own tartar sauce for dinner tonight. lots of applesauce, lots of hot sauce. This is kind of our jam section. We get into some store-bought like fruits here, condiments. We have a lot of chicken stock over there. And then the bottom row is lots of our tomato products, home canned and store-bought. And then finally, just a lot of dried goods over here. We have beans, cornmeal, quinoa, just odds and ends over there that we have vacuum sealed so they keep really nicely. So a little bit of everything in here. I think that's just phase one to organization. But we have a couple more projects to get through in here, but it'll be so awesome to have this space to utilize as we're heading into garden season, to be more organized for preservation. So I'm excited to make better use of this space. It still feels very basement-y down here. So while it still needs like a good clean and some more organization, I want to kind of decorate a little bit around here too. Like I'd love to take really nice like outdoor pictures of our property and of our garden and get them up on the walls. So thanks for motivating me and being with me as we get tidied up in here. There's going to be so much opportunity. I'm so excited for spring and summer projects. We have a few more of these that we need to get done before then, but stay tuned. Guess what we're putting here on this counter space? This was the big motivator. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow along as we dig into more preservation projects and starting our seedlings for the garden. So we'll see you back soon. Bye.